we still got the minute or so before Twitch, processes everything and is like, hey, it's
Hey, I'm
actually
live.
live. So, I'm gonna double ping people in my server for this because why not, heck?
double ping.
The double ping. It's like a triple double banana. That makes no sense.
Oh,
Yes, sounds like a sandwich. Wait a minute.
Alright.
do you want to try again for encoding, or do you not do that?
A lot of the time I just go and if it happens, it happens. I wish I had the option of encoding a lot of the time, but it's like, okay, I could
Or,
sit
I
here
mean, like,
all
if you,
day
if
and
you
try it again. But
Yeah.
I could sit here all day and try again most of the time. I'm oftentimes lazy. But hey,
Fair enough.
I see the timer running. So that means we're actually good to start.
Okay. I'm gonna
So, welcome everybody to episode, what is this episode 3 now? Third? Yeah, 3 episodes already. Episode 3 of Big SQK Inc. interviews. Today, we've got the lovely Tal as our 600-foot tall guest or so. Talzilla. And our co-host has actually kept their seat this time. Hello, Cloudy.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh
Sweet.
no. Oh no, the cat's taken over. I see we got people rolling in the chat too. Paper Rabbit with Tal is cute, indeed, indeed. And hello, Ventus. Lane, and yep, looks like we got people here. Oh, even Shuckles is trying to run people over down there. Tal, if you feel a car crash into your ankle, be careful.
Chuckles.
All right. So, with all that said and done, any baseline introductions people want to do? Okay, I'll start. I'll start so you two can think a little bit. Hello, everybody. I am your usual host, Saru. I'm typically a planet munching mouse, but here on Big SQK Inc., I give some of my size abilities to our guests. That way they can enjoy the life of a giant. Over there across the table, we have...
Hi, it's me, Cloudy. What's up? How you doing? I'm normally a mouse, by the way. I'm just saying. Dimensions be weird or something, Ooh.
Yeah, they, after the interview last time, something exploded, it seems like, and, the cats have taken over. And our guest for the day.
Hi, I'm Tal. I guess like I should start off with like I'm not a traditional VTuber. I don't like have any lore or like I'm a real person underneath this all. My name is Violet.
Oh, did
So
not know
hi.
that.
You didn't?
No,
No, you
I just knew Tal. Tal more like tall. Exactly.
Now I am.
All right. Well, with baseline introductions out of the way, let's get rolling with the first question. And I suppose you already answered part of it, but well, who is Tal? Who is you?
Tal. So, I guess I can start with the name.
Ooh.
So Tal wasn't always like my name. It started when I started playing VRChat in like 2017. It was back when nobody really made VRChat accounts. It was all Steam accounts. So I was actually playing on my my family shared account. And on the shared account, my name was Tal, which is actually like one of my older brother's names that he uses in World of Warcraft.
I see.
So I just kind of yoinked the name as mine.
Completely hijacked it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's stuck ever since. And then Tal as this. Same thing with VRChat. There was an avatar world where I saw Nazrin, which is the base of this. And I said, I like that. I didn't know what Toho was or anything. I just liked the mouse. So eventually I found the model. We started playing around with it, get new outfit, new eyes, and now it's my own.
I see. Now, that's a name I've heard a lot with regards to people being mice. Nazrin. So a lot of people seem to, especially even across the table, take inspiration from that particular Toho character. Oh, you looking away from me, huh? You looking away. Yeah, so that seems to be a relatively common mouse inspiration, huh? All right,
Best
so
mouse IMO.
that's the origin of the name and the character, then, more or less, then.
Mhm.
So, well, I suppose that covers any backstory for the, character design and all that, too, but how about backstory to when it transitioned from just playing VRChat and hanging out to potentially streaming? Or was
Okay,
there streaming
so
before the VRChat?
yeah, I actually started streaming in 2016. All I streamed was Osumania with nothing but like a shitty laptop and like a hand cam,
Working
no
with what
voice,
you got.
nothing. Um, that was back when I was trying my hardest to get good enough to compete in like tournaments and stuff, and I did compete eventually. I got up
Oh,
to like top 5,000, I think. Um, and then sort of abandoned it. And it was, I think, the start of 2017. I started playing VRChat because I bought myself my Vive, which I still have. Um, and I started playing on my brother's computer because I only had a laptop at the time. So again, it was still mute. Streams maybe once every 2 weeks. But that's where like the community started. I met someone named Corvu, which some of you might know, and Cor introduced me to the bulk of the VRChat community.
Hmm.
And then let's see. Eventually, I got my own computer, the same one I have right now. Very nice computer.
oh,
So I started doing VRChat there, and I could do it way more often. Um,
nice.
and then I branched off to other games like Destiny and World of Warcraft. Um, and then must have been midway through 2018, I did a voice reveal. I think I must have like hit maybe 500 followers or something on Twitch, some sort of milestone.
Makes sense.
And then eventually after that, it was webcam, where I had a green screen and a webcam, and I hated that. I didn't like it. I didn't like seeing
Fair
myself every
enough.
day. I'd only stream like maybe 2 times a week. So then I stopped to VTubing, and I love it. So much nicer.
That's something I considered doing for the longest time if I didn't get immediately dragged into the VTubing side from, person across the table, my inspirations, etc., a whole bunch of people. Because I've always wanted to do a bunch of gimmicks on stream that would require a green screen, right?
Mhm.
But a green screen is big, bulky, and would require, I don't know, having the green screen. So
Yeah.
the VTube and stuff did make it a whole lot easier for me too. So it's certainly nice to not have to deal with the camera and being like, this is my
Mhm.
true exact face as
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single. So I do get that. All right, so it does sound like you went through quite a process of evolving through the various computers and whatnot, huh?
Definitely.
Now there's a brief tangent I want to go on with something you brought up, the VRChat community, which honestly that's a community I'm kind of like tangentially attached to. I know a lot of the people from that community, or what I perceive as from that community. Like I know a few names you might recognize: Chome, Korean. I know of Oathmeal and those types of names, but I don't know much about the VR community back, in what people would call the good old days or
The
whatever.
good
So,
old yeah.
any stories about then you would be open to share?
Hmm. So my memory is a little shit, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know if I can really
Fair.
specify any memories, but I can give you the sort of vibe it was.
Yeah,
Like,
that's more than good enough, huh?
yeah, back then you could go into public worlds without the fear of someone, dropping some gamer words just anywhere.
Ah,
Um,
Ah, yep.
yeah, just being able to go and socialize with randos was so wholesome. And back then, VRChat was mostly comprised of desktop people. So if you were in VR, especially full body when that was implemented, you were like one of the richy guys. So I don't know. It's different. It's a lot more of a it's more of an event than it is a hangout, if that makes sense. The vibe of it.
Okay, and just another quick brain tangent for me. I've also heard that back in those days, like you talked about public worlds and being able to hang out without fear of, the gamer words and people being total, tools. I've also heard that a lot of the times you can, just meet up with somebody over and over just through public worlds, even if you don't know them or even had them added as friends. Like, I've heard some stories about people who had to meet like 7 times before they finally added as friends.
Yeah, it was definitely small enough. It was right before the whole Knuckles thing where like,
Ah,
yeah, everyone
the
then
do you
everyone
know the
knew
way
about
click,
VRChat.
click, click thing. Yes.
Yep.
I did I ever I must have done that specifically with someone. There was a lot of people. I was really good at like expressing myself as a mute because I have really bad ADHD. So I'm always like jumping around in VR.
That's
And
fair.
people loved it. So I ended up making a lot of friends during that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that exact situation happened.
Fair enough. That's another thing that VR chat's been really good at. I've heard about where, hey, people who can't talk at all are just very expressive, very good at getting across what they want to say in some way or the other. All right. Well, that satisfies my curiosity about the VR chat days because, like I said, I was never around there. I just see the aftermath and it's like,
Yep.
this is a very different landscape than how they describe
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
All right. In that case, let's move on to more specific questions about the streaming side. So you mentioned it was 2016 around you started, and you already gave a pretty good timeline of how your streaming developed with what games you played and your technological improvements along the way. But this is just going to be a little bit more generalized. What about your general experience, like positive, negative, or otherwise? How have you
Okay.
felt about streaming?
So streaming in general, very good, very hard to get into, and depending on the tags you're in, extremely toxic.
Oh, yeah.
It's I always like ever since they added it, I always stream in the transgender tag, but that attracts some of the worst kind of human beings.
I have
Um,
heard some of
Yeah,
that,
I've
and
heard
it's
a lot of it. Yeah.
but I've got a very good mod team that deal with the things swiftly, so I don't even have to see them.
No,
that's good then.
that's good.
Yeah, I try and like my goal with my channel is to have sort of a safe haven for stuff like this, to have good enough defenses against the stinkies, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, they're definitely stinky, all right, doing all that. Yeah.
Especially.
All right, so tags is a very interesting point for a lot of people on Twitch too, especially with the new tags implemented.
Oh,
Because like, okay, for myself, I'm just an ordinary dude. I haven't had any of the hardships. I don't have anything that people would really target, unless they're like, oh no, cis hetero male, kill kill kill. Is like, I don't experience any of that. So, I don't fully get the perspective. So, is there anything specific to the community and the treatment that you may have received because of who you are and what you choose to show as your labels that
What do
you
you
might
mean?
want to say? Like, is there any experiences that you've had just because you're this, that, or the other way that you want to say, hey, don't be an asshole, or hey, there's some really good people that came together?
Yeah,
Like,
it's mainly the trans tag and the furry tag that I asked you in because obviously, um, and then I don't know. It's like you you stream in it because you know it's gonna do more good than harm to you. It's worth taking a few blows to the not to the ego, to the to the mental from the dicks, so that people of the same background can find you and find like a safe place to hang out.
People who understand
It
the same
works wonders.
struggles and all that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
great. Because of this, I've been able to like cultivate a super wholesome community.
All right. So it's good to hear wholesome community does pop
Yeah.
up around it.
Is there anything else you want me to say about it? I don't really know.
No, that was just kind of a open door type of question. If there's words you wanted to get out, that would be the time.
I don't know.
I suppose I do have one tiny follow-up question to that. Suppose somebody is not quite in a good mental state and they are, doing the streaming and contemplating putting on a tag of that sort where they really want to get themselves out there. Is it something that you need to be mentally braced for the bad sides that might be bad? So
you absolutely need to brace yourself, because the internet in general is ruthless.
all right.
It's sad, but it's true.
Super true.
Yeah, that makes sense then, huh?
So if any of you want to stream in those tags, go ahead, but you need to be prepared, because no matter what, it will happen.
Be true to yourselves, but remember the internet's full of absolute tools.
the stinkies,
Yeah. All right. Well, and you've already kind of covered the next question I had in the streaming category too, because you've started off right into like the VRChat community, and you also led into the trans community. But related to streaming or just general online existence, what all communities have you been involved in that you'd be willing to talk about and say like these have been good communities, or these have been not so good, avoid them? Because it sounds like we've already covered two big ones.
Yeah. I think the first. Oh, excuse me.
Always excused.
I think the first big community I was in was the OSU trans community, which is surprisingly big.
Huh.
That was, I don't know. I didn't know a lot about Discord at the time, so I didn't really communicate too well.
Fair
I'm
enough.
still in it. It's in my server list. It's really wholesome. There's I don't know. There's that, and there's just various furry communities. I never would have thought, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that I was a furry. Like, most people, when they hear the word furry, they're like, "Oh, get away." But it's just, I don't know. It's all, to me, it's very wholesome.
Yeah.
I'm asexual, so there's nothing there for it. But it's, I don't know. It's comfy.
I definitely understand that. One of my best friends before I started any of the streaming business is like the fluffiest furry you could ever know. We literally call him Fluff, and he is just like, all right, how do I wish to depict myself? Literally a giant ball of fur. There we go, Fluff. Like,
done.
And he's, the most wholesome guy I know. So I definitely understand that. Whereas, like, okay, yeah, you look at furry, there's that weird side of everything where it's like, oh, what unholy abomination have I entered in the web browser? But there is also the, incredibly wholesome, like, there's a lot of people to people, but with extra fluff and pillowing that goes on with it. So I could definitely understand the whole, the furry community can be very wholesome so long as you're in the wholesome parts of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right. Another community. Just I didn't really go into it too much, but the VRChat community, it's, compared to back in the day, it is very weirdly, like, I don't want to get too political, but it's, it's two-sided, if you get that. Way more than I thought it would be. So you get some, let's say, interesting people
Oh, no.
weaseling their way into, the normal, normal VRChat communities. And then there's also the drama that comes with like streaming and role play and anything
Oh,
really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've seen some of the aftermath of all of that. It's like, wow, it's hard to believe this is the same community people have talked about from the outsider perspective.
And um, this is just a random story, but
Yep.
did you guys hear about VRChat Plus when that was being implemented?
Oh,
The
boy.
whole
Yeah,
lemon thing.
vaguely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
A little bit. A little
Okay,
bit has been
so
touched.
I may have posted a bit too many lemons in the VRChat Discord. I may be banned in there.
Towel. Oh no.
I'm still proud of that because I made a pretty good joke with it before I got banned.
Ay, ay, ay. Banned for lemons, huh?
Banned for
Morph it.
lemons.
Morph it. I say morph it.
Ay.
I'm not gonna lie. Morph.
Jeez, I normally stick my head down in the sand and, don't get banned from anything, so I'm just sitting here hearing, like, banned for lemons. That is...
Banned for lemons.
I'm not sure if that is, like, goals for me now, or, like, I just have to stare up at Big Tal and be like, I question everything.
I mean,
Yeah.
Pog for the band. Let's go.
All right. All right, so that cover most of the communities you've, lightly touched on or been a part of or have anything to say. So, in that case,
Yeah, I think so.
in that case, let's move on to Big Head Wiggle. Move on to inspirations or influences for streaming and for just in general on your online presence. And maybe if you
Alright.
want to, go IRL too, open board, who inspires you or has influenced you in some way?
Let's see. So, I guess I can start with the very first streamer I've ever watched.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the reason I made a Twitch account. I started watching Summit1G back in 2012, I think.
Okay, that's a
and I
name I
ended up-
vaguely recognize.
Yeah, I ended up watching him for like 2 years before I made my account and finally followed. I definitely get like a lot of inspiration of you don't need your whole stream layout to be super top of the line.
Oh, yeah.
To be an inviting place for people to come and watch. Like he doesn't do any of the cool transitions or anything. He's just got a webcam, some nice borders around everything, and the game. That's it.
That's fair.
So that's the influence on just I don't really need nice transitions or anything.
Like, the nice frills are nice, but that's all they are. They aren't the primary content.
Yeah. It also taught me like the importance of knowing your audience, because I have watched his viewer count go up and down and up and down and up and down depending on what kind of games he plays. Realizing that even though an audience likes a certain kind of game, they don't watch you because of that game. They watch you because of another game. So even if it's a popular game, you're probably going to lose a lot of your core audience.
Yep.
So that is one of the reasons I tag myself as like a variety streamer. I don't stick on one game for too long, mostly because of my ADHD, but also because it works on Twitch.
That's fair. Attention being what it be, but yeah, those number fluctuations changing games is incredibly noticeable.
One of the things that you might find kind of weird, I don't really watch VTubers. I don't really like watching VTubers all that much, besides like small VTubers that are friends. But that's more because I
they're friends or people
They're
as
friends,
opposed to that. Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about watching VTubers that's just, like I have favorites. Like I love Fruit. Her voice is adorable. But that's it really.
Yeah, a lot of the personality for VTubers has to be generally done either just through the voice and intonations or through a basic wiggle, and if they're lucky, they go ooga booga hands or something.
Or they're just a pure gremlin,
Gremlin energy. But yeah, there's also, you don't have all the free time in the world to watch everybody forever.
Yeah.
So You can pick the ones you want to hang out with. You can pick based on a few factors, and your free time is your own, especially as a streamer. Like, oh geez, the amount of free time you don't have if you're trying to actually stream regularly, huh?
Yeah, I haven't had a proper stream schedule in like 2 years, but back when I did, when I worked at the bakery, which was the last job I had, I'd work 8 hours. I'd get home. I'd stream for like 4 hours and collapse. Sometimes I'd collapse before even getting on, because it was all super physical movement, dishwashing, cleaning, besides the normal relaxing baking,
Mm-hmm.
and it destroyed me. Now, even though I have more free time, I have a way less rigid schedule.
Mm-hmm.
It's never been the same.
Fair enough. Being, tired is... Blah. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, so... Any other big inspirations on any side of that, or that cover, the ones you want to talk about?
I must have bigger inspirations, or just more big inspirations. For the face tracking I have, it's definitely Girl DM, but that's the extent of that. It's the face tracking.
Is, Cool Tech picked it up yourself, and yeah.
Yeah, my boyfriend bought me the iPhone needed for this. He's a
Ooh.
sweetheart. Let's see. I guess for the community, an
Yeah.
inspiration for that would be Core.
Okay.
Obviously, she's the one who introduced me to a lot of the people here. But like just the interaction between community and streamer, having like a lot of things off stream where you just hang out. Like I don't do that as much as I used to, but
The
I
fact
think
that
is
people
super,
are
super
there for
important.
you, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone who's watching me is supporting me, and I need to like constantly remind myself that as much as they're doing it without expecting anything from me, I still need to deliver. That's one of the things that makes it so I always stream at least once a week, if like if I'm in a bad mental space or anything like that. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for those answers and enlightenment. And that is something that does come up quite a bit in random thoughts floating about the community is supporting you. You don't technically owe anything back, but you do want to try to give back and try to interact with them and bring up the mood and just foster a good environment. And welcome, Raiders. We're in an interview, so there's no alerts going on. But welcome. All right, so in that case, as opposed to inspirations that led you one way or the other, how about people you want to send a message to, or something you might just say to somebody who's either starting upstream, if you have nobody in particular, like somebody just getting into communities?
Yeah, okay. So the biggest thing I can say for like starting up streaming, the biggest thing that's ever helped me is learning how to network. Networking is huge when it comes to streaming. Make friends, talk to people, go out of your comfort space to interact with other streamers or just anyone. Get your social skills up.
Oh yeah.
Working at the
Networking.
bakery helped me foster my social skills, talking to customers and stuff. And I brought that into the streaming world of almost customer service levels of social interaction with people, until you actually get to know them as friends. It's so incredibly helpful. I don't know if there's anything more helpful than that.
Yeah. And that's something where it's like, I had a fun realization a while back myself on that topic. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick up streaming because I just want to play games. And somehow my hobby turned from playing games with the camera on to what is this social thing? Is this how extroverts work? Is this what Like, here I am hosting an interview show, for God's sake, and I'm just like, no, me big introvert, me hide now.
Yeah.
So it definitely is a lot of networking, and even if the core is, you still just sit down and play games, the heart of it is a lot of talking with people and everything, so
Mhm.
I understand that as much as I may wish otherwise. Let's just right off the... Oh, nope, that's as far as my camera goes.
So, going into the whole introvert extrovert thing,
Yeah?
before streaming, I used to be the biggest introvert. I like social gatherings would tire me out. I'd have to sleep. Sometimes I'd cancel on people, hope they cancel on me, stuff like that.
That is all too familiar.
The more like I force myself into social settings, the more I realize I start to crave them, even though I'm still a bit of a reserved person. This I don't know. If I don't stream for too long, I my mental state just goes way down. And then when I stream for the first time in a while, it's like a huge boost in mood. It's I need this now. It's just a
Yeah?
basic, not a basic need, but
It there's something there that, like, building that community, building something that you never really thought about when you were thinking about all the introvert fears of people being around. Is like, yeah, sure, there may be a lot of people around, but they're all people who have a common interest and are easy to talk with, even if
Yeah.
there's a lot of them.
Mhm.
So it does make sense. Although I think Mouse Cat over there is kind of like, yep, I'm full introvert mode right now. Me is a brain shut.
Hi, it's me, the silent cat.
Yeah, he's embracing the introvert side just to show, how much we've progressed as social people, huh? Right? Oh no, it sounds like he's dying on the inside.
Man.
All right. Yeah, that's definitely an interesting point where if you're getting into it and you may be more introverted, it'll help you grow, maybe not out of being an introvert, because you don't just grow out of being an introvert. You don't just be like, okay, tomorrow I'm extrovert.
That doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, but
Mm-mm.
getting yourself more comfortable and expanding the people you know, and an important bit I think needs to be said, you will not like everybody you meet.
Mm-mm.
And not everybody you meet will like you.
Yep, that is a huge thing, actually.
Yeah.
That's something I noticed too, like interacting with this many people. There's some people that like they've done nothing wrong. Like there's nothing about it. It's just their personality just rubs mine the wrong way for some reason. And like when I realize that's what's happening, I have to make a choice if I want to, like, if it's just easy to say this and then we don't have to talk to each other again, or I need to put on a face and say no, they're a normal person. It sucks that our personalities don't mix well, but they don't deserve to be cut out of the loop. No, fuck that. No, they're a person.
Yeah.
And especially if you wind up and do something dumb like I did.
Oh,
So,
no.
have you ever done a collab month or any other huge social push?
Oh, wait.
So, is that a, I'm laughing at the idea of even doing that, or is that a, oh yes, I have and I have suffered for it laugh? What type of... No,
I haven't.
you have
I
not?
haven't.
Okay, so I'm gonna, interject my little bit of experience here. It's a good way to meet a lot of people, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So the month I did back in April, I believe I got 30 different people collabed with over the month of April. Well, there's a few that I like to talk with and do invite back onto stuff, say, someone certain up, yeah, you. But there's a lot as well that I'm like, okay, it was okay to play with them, but we really had no conversation outside of strictly setup, and there's literally, nothing to even bud a friendship out of or anything. It's just like, we're technically here. So I was like, yeah, those ones, You'll meet a lot of people. You can only even maintain so many. But
Oh, that's another topic.
oh yeah.
You finish what you're talking about, and then we can move on to it.
My brain, immediately derails when it's like, oh wait, we haven't.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's another thing that I struggle with is
Mhm.
because of how social this I don't want to say job because I can't
This
live off this
hobby.
yet. This hobby.
Mhm.
There are I don't this might sound a little, what's the word? Let's just say stinky. I have a lot of friends, and it's hard to like stay friends with all of them because I don't have the time to interact.
Ah, yes, the thing we
Okay,
could
no, it's not
interpret
that I
as
don't
the
have the
humble
time.
brag or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's not that I don't have the time. It's I don't have the mental capacity to want to keep interacting with more and more and more and more people. And
Mhm.
eventually, like, it sucks, but like, there's certain days where I have to have no social days where I just turn off Discord and I just watch YouTube all
Yeah,
day.
that's certainly fair. I know I have a hard time turning off the messaging stuff, even if I get an average of 0 messages a day. It's like, okay, I I always feel obligated to be there for somebody if they decide they need to converse with me most of the time. It's like,
Mhm.
nobody's ever gonna do it, but I gotta have it on. So that whole unplugging for a day thing that I've seen people be able to do is like, well, I don't think I'm too able to do that. I'm like, unless I literally wind up having my phone explode and my internet go out, I don't think I'm gonna be able to unplug anytime soon.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh,
Oh,
I got a question for you.
oh, return fire. All right, fair
Yeah.
game.
It's nothing special, but like, what's your opinion on like social media and anxiety?
Um, well, if you have anxiety, get the hell off social media is the
Yeah.
first answer I gotta give because nothing good is gonna come out of it for the most part. Like, you may find a community, but that's less social media, like the Twitters, the Facebooks, the all that, where you get your clicks, you get your numbers,
Hmm.
and more like trying to form personal connections. Social media is a tool, not a crutch, and a lot of people see it
Yeah.
as a crutch. So, if you have a lot of anxiety, social media is just going to give you a very tangible focus, and I think
Mhm.
anxiety over there is dying as well. Oh no. Well, like seeing numbers and being able to track those immediately throws you out. Like,
I
oh, my numbers went up. Oh, my numbers went down. Why did
I
this tweet do
think
good? Ah.
I think we should smash the anxiety.
Ay, ay, ay. Yes,
Anyways,
smash that anxiety button. It looks suspiciously like ding.
I'm
And
one of these, anxiety buildings right here.
ah, yes, that. Okay. So not the shilling side, the smash the thing. I understand now. Well, in that case, let's you're gonna slide on over there, huh? And welcome, Raiders. Looks like we're gonna have a I can't do it. I can't just follow up with the pun. Smashing entrance for the raid.
Bonk.
Oh, Talgo smash.
That's the anxiety.
Goodbye, anxiety. All right,
All
so it
gone.
was never the shilling angle. It was the smash the building angle.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
For some reason, because we were on the topic of social media and numbers, my brain goes to all the And if you like this YouTube video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell, all that.
this is
Like,
sponsored by
Follow.
Rage. I'm kidding.
this stream sponsored by my hopes and dreams. I left them in an alley 3 weeks ago and finally found them again. Like, yeah, they're with social media and anxiety is gonna amplify unless you take very careful control over stuff. Because if you let yourself be like, oh, we have so many numbers today, or oh, we have so many followers, or we have so many likes, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
That's one of the things. It's like I know it's not necessary, but like it's such a helpful tool for anyone looking to branch out for, like I said before, networking.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks that it's so shitty for anxiety.
Yeah.
Like I have pretty bad anxiety. It that comes up every so often for no reason whatsoever. Um,
Same.
and I'll find myself doom scrolling on Twitter, going like, "Why are they growing so much faster than me?
Oh
Why are you
no.
getting more likes than me?"
The
And then I just have to
the
put my phone down and say,
comparisons
"Shut
as
up!
well.
You're having fun doing this. Don't even
Yeah.
worry about it."
Yeah. Like, it's one thing to see your own numbers and be like, oh, okay, doing good or bad relative
Doing
today.
good. Yeah.
Mhm.
But then you look at someone else and being like, oh,
Uh, oh.
look at
Like,
this
of
person
course you're
just
gonna
take off
see.
to the sky. Like,
Excuse me. Of course you're gonna see all the good posts. Like that's all Twitter's gonna be
yeah,
promoting
that's
is their good
literally
posts.
their,
Yeah.
that's how the metric
That's
works.
how
That's
Yeah.
it
the
is.
analytics. It's like, oh, people like this. It's literally viral spreading
Mhm.
in their own systems. The
Mhm.
retweet button, the like button makes it pop up for other people. So, of course, you're going to see somebody who did absolutely amazing because that's, yeah.
Mhm.
Anxiety, though. Anxiety sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like growing on Twitter is mostly based on luck. So many people with talent just stay at the bottom while others seemingly explode in a matter of days. There is
Yeah.
definitely a good factor of that, too.
That is also a huge thing too.
Like, if you
Actually.
catch the right trend or the right person notices you, you blow up.
Mhm.
If not, you just sit there with your, non-existence and be like, cool. Well, at least the
Yay,
3 people I know liked my post.
Yeah.
So, it really is just all over the place with social media. Like, before streaming, did zero social media. I had a Facebook, I had a MySpace even. And the most I did there was I think I played the MySpace Pirates or Mafia game for like 2 weeks. And that was it.
Yeah. Before Twitter, I think I made this Twitter account in like 2018. Before Twitter though, it was Facebook, because solely the reason that everyone at school had a Facebook account.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll try this out. I take a selfie, post as my profile pic, and I'm like, now what do I do? And then it just sat there for like years until I
like-
found Facebook games. And then I'm like, no, these are dumb. I might as well play real games.
Real game hours. Yeah. I understand that. It is like, what do you do if you are not a narcissist on social media?
Really?
Right?
Like, it's just like, it is social media, at least traditional social media, is
Mhm.
really just a toot fest, you know? You just you blow your own horn.
Toot toot.
Oh, toot toot.
All right, we do have a question in chat from Kaz. For Tal, what's your best moment on stream gamer moment? So, gaming related, what's your best moment for stream?
My best gamer moment.
Yeah,
Let's see.
what gamer moves did you pull off?
So, I don't normally play Apex, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I wish I clipped it. There was a moment where it was 1v, I think 2 teams of 2. I had 2 shots on the sniper, I think. Or maybe
That's not enough
it was
bullets.
something. I didn't have a lot of bullets. I killed 2 guys and I beat the shit out of 2 other guys with my fist. And I was so pumped.
The bloodlust
let's see.
adrenaline.
What else? Oh, one that happened recently.
Oh?
I was playing Shadowlands before I, the Blizzard thing and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That
I was
all
playing
that.
Shadowlands. WoW. I main a Shadow Priest, and I was walking through Bastion, just minding my own business, doing my Revenant Covenant, Revendreth Covenant quests. And and a rogue that was way higher level than me, or not higher level, higher gear score than me, just came out of nowhere and started beating the shit out of me. And I noticed
Wow.
he blew all of his cooldowns right away, expecting to get an easy kill on a clothy.
Mm-hmm.
But I popped my dispersion. I turned around, just beat the shit out of him. He ran away and died to my dots. That probably doesn't mean a lot to a lot of you, but it was a very proud moment.
Oh no, it's always good to see somebody who's, you know, an opportunistic PKer get justice off of a hunch.
Yeah.
Ay. Jeez. Alright, well, that sounds like that answers that question then, huh? Now, to kind of touch back on the social media stuff a little bit and the narcissism, because there is just a lot of, I have to talk about me if I'm posting on social media, or, you know, what else is even going on for a lot of that. And there's certainly an aspect of that where it's like, okay, listen, maybe I don't want to think the best of myself, but if I'm going to play a character and I'm going to, you know, try to do something for stream, there's at least something to fall into where it's a little bit of an RP aspect where, okay, maybe I'm just not having the greatest time, but I could always joke about, you know, planetary mouse nonsense and do that. So there is certainly an outlet, a little bit more on the RP side of things for social media. If you are on the whole anxiety side and it's like, yeah, you can't exactly just talk about yourself. You are not Narcissus himself and die at the fountain just being like, ooh, shiny reflection in the chocolate.
You know, I've noticed I've been having a lot more fun with Twitter now that I've started memeing on it more than anything. Like
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna send you a tweet and you tell me if it's okay to read out or link on
I'm
stream.
going to have to examine this, huh? This is all right, we are filtering content now.
It is here, I'll get two.
All right. Let's see what is being sent to the teleprompter behind the camera over there.
Yes, hello.
Oh, Cloudy's being sent to the teleprompter? Wait a second.
Yeah, hello.
Uh-oh, what's happening?
Cloudy's being sent into the teleprompter over there.
Yeah,
I thought we were sending the tweets. We sent the cat.
Oh, I have to scroll way far down.
Oh, Lord.
November of 2018. This was my first meme tweet. And I want it to be something legendary, but nobody likes it.
Oh, no. There's always those moments where it's like, I want this to be the big, and then it just flops.
Just nothing.
And then somebody accidentally shitposts and is like 3 million likes, and they're like, wait a second, what?
Yeah, because, you know, that's how that works.
Ay.
20 should be not too much further, because I don't tweet too much.
But yeah, a lot of stuff is like another thing for social media while we're buying time for Tao scrolling. If you have a skill, you're probably going to be better off for it to be like, okay, we can show off our art today without, you know, having to come up with some BS excuse. Because you're just trying to show off, you know, your progress, your talent, your skill, whatever. And that, you know, is a lot more natural than, hey, I have no talent or skills, but come check me out anyways at my links. Like, yeah. And networking is one of those skills, unfortunately. Oh, there it is.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to post this in
Oh, yep.
our Discord chat right now. This is the first one.
All right, let's
And
examine
once
this. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be sharing that one, but that is very
okay.
that's very on brand with VTuber Twitter as well. So
Let me just
Okay, what about this one? How's that?
you know,
So I'm not going to directly link either of them, but I am gonna, bring up the topic, and I'm gonna get a little chip off my shoulder. What's up with Twitter and piss? Okay? Okay? Like, okay. What was with the whole piss tuber arc on Twitter? Like, everybody just says piss, and it's like, that's it, huh? Like, I never got it. I never, was a fan of it. And I'm like, okay, why is my entire timeline this? Do I just start blocking people now? Like, what?
Block me.
Oh no, I'm not gonna block you. But if like all I see from you for the next 3 weeks is piss, I'm just gonna be like, Tal, do we need an intervention?
Hold on, wait. And,
Cloudy, do we need an intervention?
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna just do something funny real quick.
So for anybody curious, Cloudy may be retweeting it or liking it, so you may, check that if you want to see it. But I'm just gonna leave it sit, and we're not gonna link it on stream, okay?
We're just gonna keep doing it with
yeah.
like.
Oh no.
Oh, look,
but you were truly prophetic then, Tal, because you were way ahead of the curve on that one. You were too early for your glory.
Too early. No, you're right. Too early.
That, yay. There is a lot of that in the, popular sphere of Twitter too, where it's like, okay, well, what is my one-word tweet that everybody's gonna like? And they do it, it's time for my daily tweet from that one word. And there's so many variants on that one word tweet because everybody has their own. Oh no, you think you found it, Hina? Oh no. Ay.
All of a sudden, this turned really fun.
This is there's certainly a lot going on to talk about from that, huh? We live in a society, and that society has evolved to posting piss on Twitter.
My face hurts.
My cheeks are red.
All right. Well, so just a heads up, we are about 50 minutes into the interview, and we are on ticket 4 out of 5 out of 5 total tickets. So we are.
Sick.
This is going to be a running long interview at this rate, huh? Because
Nice.
having a good time.
I'm down. I'm having so much fun.
All right. So just keeping people filled in on schedule. Yeah, especially if we get good topics to derail like that, maybe upwards of 2 hours if we go really long. So we're in for a good time, huh? All right. Speaking of that ticket list, though, regarding streaming in particular, is there anything looking back that you'd either change or tell yourself of the past?
Oh, okay. So if I got asked this question back when I was still doing webcam streaming,
Mm-hmm.
I would have told myself never do a voice reveal. Because I forgot to touch on that. As soon as I did the voice reveal, like the initial stream, I had maybe like 40 viewers, which was so many back then.
Mhm.
So many for me. But the day after, my viewership just plummeted.
Yep.
Which was a huge blow for my mental. But now I've learned that people, for some reason, really like my voice. So I'm glad I did that.
Well, I certainly am thankful that I can hear you talking now. So thank you for the
so
voice
it's not
reveal
just-
way back then, huh? Yes. Nod.
Let's see. Something I would have told. Stop being so fucking jealous of other people. That, like, everyone's
enough.
different. You're not gonna have what they have.
Yeah.
They don't have what you have. Play off of what you have. I have dumb personality. People like it.
Ay.
I am hot-headed, and people like that too because I get angry at games.
To combat.
Um,
To arms.
Yeah, just don't be jealous of other people. Like, if my time happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm still having fun either way. It doesn't matter.
That's a good message.
Yeah.
That's a good message. And then just random wiggle wiggle because my brain's just like,
Wiggle,
yeah,
wiggle,
that's a good
wiggle.
message. Wiggle wiggle.
Ear flips.
Not even, just to redeem, just random wiggle wiggle wiggle. All right. Well, in that case, this marks the halfway mark of the technical questions. Streaming is the longest segment, but here, category number 3, free space. Is there anything you would like to share or ask at all? Full open board, anything in your brain.
So you already know this, but I was I told myself I was gonna write a list for this.
Yes,
part.
yes, I'm aware. We have the list right there behind the. Oh, that's an empty whiteboard. Okay.
Shh, don't say
that. Sorry.
So the one thing I knew I was gonna write down was talking about just trans things in general, but I already talked about that.
Yeah, we did wind up covering that earlier.
I guess there's instruments,
which is the next segment I have marked down. So
then we can think of something else real quick.
Oh.
Academics.
Oh.
So,
me dumb but smart. Continue.
I still okay. So I still don't know what I'm doing for like the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But I've started going to school prepping for, what was the program called? Applied Chemistry and Biotechnology.
Oh.
I want to work on vaccines.
I see.
And maybe having like plants produce vaccines. That's sort of what I want to do. Work in a lab in a nice chill environment doing nerdy shit because I fucking love
plants
chemistry.
Produce. That sounds like that's going to be a lot of fiddling with plants in order to make that happen, huh?
It's going to be nice and relaxed. I'm going to feel like a witch. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, geez, like
watering my plants for my potions.
Well,
that's actually why in every MMO I always pick alchemy. It's because I love chemistry.
That's fair. I have very little experience with chemistry myself. What I do know of it is it's like math with more magic. You take, one of this and one of that, and it somehow adds up to this weird new thing. And it's like, oh, okay, but why?
Oh, it just does.
That is the law of the... Oh, that was a squeak.
What was a squeak?
That was a
squeak when I hiccup. I haven't had a lot of coffee today, so I'm not squeaking a lot. But...
Oh, coffee makes you squeak then, huh?
Acid reflux, and I hiccup. I
see. And here I thought it was just, normally if you're a mouse, mice normally small. You give them coffee, they just start vibrating with pure energy.
My head's squeak, so I can't really vibrate.
All right. So academics-wise, chemistry, biology, and all that, vaccination, trying to create and not just be like, oh, I'm going to know the basics about vaccines because they've been injected in my arm. Like, you're going to actually be there being like, and I brewed this vaccine with this leaf right here.
I mean, it's a little more complicated than, cooking a vaccine, but
yeah.
What I want to do is so from what I know, the way they're doing it with plants right now is they changed the DNA in plants to make it so instead of producing something like fruits or whatever, it's physically it thinks it's producing something as waste, and we take that waste and it's, I don't know, we do something with it and it's a vaccine. Fucking what's his name, Carl Sagan, if you know him, he plays Mario Maker. That's exactly what he does.
Interesting.
And he's the big inspiration of that is the lab job I want. I've wanted a lab job. That is it. That is what I want to do. And the schooling for it is surprisingly easy. Like, I
Huh.
need to take a few years of of what is it?
I don't
Uh,
know. It's your school. What is it?
I can't think of a word. English is my second language. I promise.
Should we have you smash a building while you're thinking?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Towels
Maybe this will jog my
slide
memory.
to the left, or well, towels right. Stage right. Stage right.
I'm thinking.
Thinking really hard.
Uh, uh,
Thinking all the way to the building.
bonk. I got it.
You got it. Oh.
I don't, but
No, dang
it's
it.
the classes I need to take before I can take like actual course.
Now towel slide to the right.
I've been doing that for a little bit. And then the course itself is 2 years long, and it
Okay.
ends with an internship, which is awesome. So I'm hoping if I do go through with this and I go through the internship, it could result in like a nice cushy government job.
That does sound good.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Maybe like
On my end, if I get any job as either a government job or super high-end contracting, if it was related to my degree at all, because I may know a very little bit of chemistry, because the field I went into uses some chemistry. Namely, if you take substance 1 and add oxygen and heat, it burns and creates
Wow.
thrust. Rocket science.
nice.
So I could definitely understand looking at the government jobs and being like, oh, that'd be nice. That'd be
Mhm,
nice.
A lot of benefits, minimal hours, but very important work.
Mm-hmm. Although I've never heard of, the plants being modified to produce vaccine components or stuff like that yet. So
That's something new as of like 5 years ago, maybe.
I am out of date then. You learn something new every day, except for the days you don't. But we don't
Except
count
for the
those for
days
the
you
saying.
No, they're not days.
They're
They're
not
nights.
They're nights. We just, have a night that's 24 hours long. Let's go. All right. And now, anything else? Any off the top of your head? Just like, no? Yes?
Not really, no.
Not really? All right. Well, here's one question that I had to finally, worm in somewhere. Because, of course, a big squeak ink, and I've made it no short supply of obvious that I am obsessed with size-related stuff. You, at least your character, mouse, normally. Are you, like, people-sized? Are you, like, a few inches mouse-sized?
So, I think, if I remember right, my character is 145 centimeters.
145, so short, but not like I could pick you up and,
Yeah.
football.
I'm
Just
people size, but I'm very short people size.
So you are basically, average VRChat user sized as far as the models go. You are people, but if you stand 6 foot next to any of the VRChat models, they're just like, man, I thought I got out of all the short people time when I stopped teaching middle school for the day. It was like, what's going on? All right. And we do have a question in chat for Tal. What's your favorite cheese?
So I'm Canadian. I'm French Canadian. So like I kind of have to say it's squeaky cheese, the cheese that's in poutine. It's
Actually
so
called squeaky
good.
cheese?
Yeah, I can never remember the name for it. Everyone here just calls it squeaky cheese because it squeaks when you chew it. It's so freaking good.
Huh. I did not know there was actually squeaky cheese.
Yeah.
But I suppose it makes sense if you are what you eat, and mice eat the squeaky cheese, they would be squeaky.
Squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
Yeah, wait.
Oi.
What are you doing here?
Impersonating. All right. And Cloud Boy over there, you got any questions for the free space?
Actually, yes. I got a couple.
Oh,
I've been holding a couple because you mentioned Osumania. I was like,
Osumania.
oh,
Yeah.
I was like,
All right, well, shoot. What's your question?
So when exactly did you first start? Actually, that's the real thing.
I started Osu Standard in 2012. And in 2016, I think sometime in like maybe 2015, I got a tablet for Osu Standard, and it broke. So I'm like, well, shit, I don't want to go back to mouse play. That sucks. So I'm like, all right, let's try one of these other modes. Taiko, catch, mania. All right, that's kind of cool. So
Yeah.
I got myself like a DDR skin, down scroll, obviously, up scroll fucking sucks. And I just practiced and practiced and practiced. Eventually, in I think 2016 to 2017, it was actually 8 hours a day every single day after school.
Whoa.
And I got up to like just at the cusp of 5,000. I didn't make it to top 5,000, but just at the cusp. Playing I think my max was 6 stars.
Oh.
I'm just gonna sit here in ignorance and keep nodding. Yes.
6 stars
Continue.
with like a B rank or an A rank.
Yeah.
My highest S was like 4.6, I think.
I'm laying back in my chair because I'm just like
I actually had some world records, but mostly on like high accuracy songs.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think I still have a record standing on a Toradora song.
Huh. Well, I guess that means for the day, you know.
I haven't played Mania properly since 2019 when I started getting really bad RSI. My wrists were just destroyed.
Felt that.
Fair enough. That is no.
Now I'm into casual standard, and I think I want to try and get back into Mania.
The reason why I asked that because I'm a bit of I'm a Mania player myself. I'll be honest, a little bit. Still trying to get past certain things, but that's besides the point.
Real quick, what are your opinion on noodle maps?
My brain just died a little bit.
I have noodle for brain, so I have no clue what's going on.
I'm like, good, and then my brain's like also like, oh no.
Okay, what about SV?
Yeah.
No, SV is my favorite thing about Mania.
Like, yes.
Like,
I love it.
So SV stands for scroller velocity. It's when the playfield scrolls faster and slower depending on the music, and if it's mapped right. Oh my god, it's so fun to play.
It's good. And then my brain's like, oh yeah, all the maps of my favorite type of music, they're all mapped badly.
Oh no. Yeah. I could see how that could mess with the brain. Oh lord.
Oh yeah, it does. You have to completely learn the map by heart.
Yeah.
Because you can't read it. You
cannot read it. Yeah, it will literally just be like all over.
But like when you play it for somebody and they're like, how are you reading that? I'm like, I'll never tell.
I have no secrets.
I'm not reading. I'm blind.
I'm just I was about to say. Oh my god. But I was gonna mention also, especially with the Osu side, normal Osu. Ever played like a good bit of it, or just no, don't bother at all.
Standard?
Yeah, standard.
Yeah. I have my tablet right in front of me. That's what I swapped to.
Okay. My brain's just like,
Yeah, my rank is kind of dog shit. It's
time to.
I think I played it once with a friend in multiplayer.
Yeah,
and I died.
8-star maps,
Everybody died.
Be like, ooh.
Everybody died. That was my experience with Osu so far.
Yeah, that's my experience with multiplayer. At least it's like, hey, let's throw you into a 9-star map. What?
Yikes!
I don't even have it.
The worst part of the multiplayer experience, you still use a mouse on mine because that's the only time I played. Well,
me too.
I almost caught up to them in score on one of the times, and then I died again.
Yeah, but
I had them on the ropes.
those were the only questions I got because
Okay.
my brain's like, oh, Sue.
Oh, so.
Well, maybe we can play Mania sometime.
Oh, collab in the
Actually,
making.
I'd be really down to boot up Mania maybe after this if you wanted.
It sounds like he's down.
Yes, I'm down, but
Yeah.
brain too small brain right now for Mania. Trust
Okay. Fair.
All right, it sounds like it'll have to be planned, huh? The plans they are forming. All right. In that case, that sounds like the free space of questions is over. So let's move on to the category of music experience and instruments, like you said. So you did want to bring up instruments before, so do you already have
Yeah.
that in mind? What you want to say?
So yeah, without like the instruments that don't really count, like recorders or fucking xylophones or whatever. The first instrument I like properly learned how to play was the piano, because like that's just the thing with my mom's family. Everyone learns at least the basics of piano to learn music in general.
I see.
I hated it, but that I think if I did it now, I would love it. It's just the fact that I was being forced to do it that I hated it.
The fact that it was the family's thing, not your
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. But eventually, after that, I learned how to play the drums. I took drum lessons. I did that for
Ooh.
like 3 years. I had an electric drum set at home. I'd play like Metallica songs and
So-
Disturbed and
Pardon
stuff
my
like that.
ignorance for a moment. Electric drum set?
Yeah. Basically, they're not real drums. They're pads
Okay.
that like once they feel a hit,
Oh,
they play
those
as real
ones.
drums.
Okay.
Yeah.
My brain was like, okay, pulled up absolute blanks and just went like straight Fairly Odd Parents. I play the electric triangle, like just ding, like yeah. So okay, that's all my
then-
derailment.
Yeah, there was about 3 years of that, and then I learned how to play the bass because I think my school's band, my old school, the Francophone school, there wasn't enough bass players. There was too many drummers, not enough bass players. So I took up the school bass and I started playing. Eventually, I got my own bass at home. Started taking bass lessons, and I've been playing now for 9 years.
Oh,
And
that's some experience.
I'd say I'm pretty good at it. I'm not very good, but I'm pretty decent. I can play like the tapping solo in Knights of Sidonia. I can play what was the other Muse song that I learned? It started with an H. Hold on, I need to look it up.
I'm musically illiterate, so good luck with the name.
Muse, Hysteria. There we go.
Hysteria. Okay.
Hysteria. It's super fun to play. And if my pickup on my bass wasn't completely busted to shit, I would plug it in and play it right now. But
things being broken means
I haven't been able
Womp,
to
womp,
play
womp.
it for like 2 weeks now, and it's really sad. I need to sit down and fix it. And I've been trying to learn like acoustic guitar, but the difference between the spacing of strings between bass and guitar is too much for my brain. It's
understandable.
What
We
bass do I have?
yeah.
I have a 5-string Ibanez. I forget what the model is, but she is blue and her name is Courtney, and I fucking love her. She is my forever bass.
Well, there you got it, Kaz. That's your answer.
Meanwhile, staring at my bass that's just collecting dust over there. Missing strings. Oh my god.
Aw.
Listen, the only instrument I have any experience with is a saxophone that I think is in the closet of my brother's room that I am about 2 decades out on practicing on.
Yeah.
So I could go get that and, play some sour notes for everybody if we want.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
No,
I'm
that was...
actually really down. I'm if you want to do that.
Listen, I might, crack out the saxophone someday, but not today.
I mean, as soon as I restring that bass, that thing is
Rodent
coming back to
band.
life.
Rodent band.
Yes.
Ay, ay,
Video
ay.
game. That could be a video game if it wants.
It could be. I imagine it'd be a music game, but there's a very slim chance it'd actually be the side-scrolling fighter game. where we just have a bunch of, rodents with instruments battling the forces of whatever evil it is of the
we'll
week.
We'll just take some inspiration from Rock Band,
Literally just Rock Band, but we modded it so all the characters have mouse ears.
Love
it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I would have done it.
All right. Well, I suppose that also covers the 2 points of the questions I had. What instruments have you played, and how long have you played them? Because you've covered it, 9 years with the bass, a lot of experience with piano, and blah, yeah. Sound like you already covered that. So, the last of the set questions for the music experience. Do you have favorite moments regarding playing music at any point in your life? Like any moment that really stands out to you as like, that was good.
I don't think I've ever had more fun playing instruments than I do when I play on stream. Playing, like, all the joy I get from learning to play an instrument comes from practicing what I learned for other people. That is all the fun I have.
So big performance, like you want to be showing people.
Me playing Rocksmith.
Well,
but it's
for
it's
people.
fun.
You're performing for people in one way or the other, even if it's not the performance is perfect.
When I hit that Muse, that Nisus Hydonia tapping solo perfectly, so good.
Okay,
so good.
So it's a lot the moment and sharing that moment with people. Then I take it, not any particular like high moment. All right. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. Jeez. Music. Yeah, I come from a big music family, but like I have not been in practice forever. So rhythm games, I already have like a good natural inborn rhythm too for most of the time, but I never train it. So I'm just good enough to be like, I'm not bad, and then I stop. Like,
have you played Mustache at all?
I have not played Mustache. It is one I've seen a lot. I've not played it.
Yeah, it's actually a really, really good game for stream. It's visually appealing, and it's a fun rhythm game. It's like IMO, it's the best casual rhythm game right now.
Okay. I might have to pick it up because you're recommending it. I know there's another person I know that just plays it all the time. We have another person across the table who plays it all the time. It's like
I think the base game is like $1 or something.
It's let me see. Let me double check it again.
Wait, what? Actually,
it goes on sale.
It goes on sale a lot. Yeah. $3.
The base game doesn't $3.
Huh.
Yeah, the base game doesn't have a lot of songs, like maybe 20 or so.
I mean, still 20 songs for $3.
And then there's the DLC, the one DLC where like you buy it and then you have all those songs, and like every month or so they add a new track to it.
Yeah.
It's future proof.
Okay. Interesting. I'll definitely have to check that out. That is something that has just been completely off my radar as,
Also,
hey, that's a music game. And then I never think of it again.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it definitely is like $3 according to Cloudy over there, and I imagine the Steam store page. So if you're considering picking it up, go pick it up.
Penguin brought up
Demo. Oh,
Demo Reborn. Oh my god, it is more than just a good rhythm game. It is the second best story I've ever like experienced in a game. First being Outer Wilds, obviously. I never sobbed that hard on stream before.
I see.
Is beautiful.
I will have to keep both of these in mind then, apparently.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Outer Wilds is very good.
I know I've recently finished up a couple of playthroughs and been bouncing between games, so that might, have to cover me until the new Tales comes out or whatever I pick up.
Oh, yeah.
Ay. Yeah, you probably have seen Tal playing it, seeing as they talked about playing it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like an 8-hour stream, and I ended up going like from the start of the game all the way to the end in like 18.5 hours. Or not 18, 16.5 hours.
Oh, yeah, that's how you know the game got its hooks into you.
Yeah. It's crazy.
All right.
Good.
Well, this has certainly been enlightening on the music game front as well as the music front because Oh, heck, there's a lot of music, huh?
Mhm.
So, and these segments are going a lot faster than the other ones, but the last segment for a few questions. But before we move on to the last segment of questions, do you want to change scenes and do the final of the 3 that were planned here? Yeah. That. So, all right. In that case, first things first. Tal scooting on over to the building. Scoot, 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 scoot.
Oh, right. I gotta prep it. Okay.
Beware.
Oh man, I'm kind of hungry. I haven't had lunch yet. This building right here seems pretty good. How?
And she ate the whole dang building. The whole dang building.
Back
No.
over.
No more scooching. We're going to bring up. We are going to raise the can.
Oh.
Ba 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 ba. Here we have the extra large can of Drink
Yay.
Big. All right. Now I suppose we should Tal should probably move into position behind the can so they can consume, huh? All right, there you go. Consume, drink big. Oh. All right, looks like the effects are about to start taking in, and whoa. Oh, that was a lot of grow, huh? That was a lot of. Well, welcome to Planet Sized. Oh wait, I should probably scoot over. Excuse me, pardon me. Over here. Welcome to Planet Size. That was a lot of drink big.
Oh, they're talking now.
Yes.
You can see them.
Yes, this is the screen, the only screen I've set up the chat logs in for some reason.
For some reason.
I could not tell you why I had or had not set it up anywhere else. But now with that building eaten and transition into deep space. Space. Final batch of questions is going to be about looking forward. So, first question comes in 2 big parts. Personal goals you may want to share and stream goals. Are there any major goals in your future that you want to get done or hope to reach?
So, again, this was both personal and stream?
Yeah, personal and stream, either of those you want to share and talk about.
So I've already talked about the personal goal of the work I wanna do, like lab tech in biochemistry.
Your potion crafting.
Potion crafting, yeah. But stream goal, I talk about this a lot. I want my stream and my community to grow slow enough that I'm able to cultivate them into a nice, welcoming community.
Makes sense.
Maybe like I don't think I ever want to go above like 200, 300 viewers because then it's just unmanageable. And when it's unmanageable, toxicity is going to take its roots.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be able to continue streaming if I knew my community had that in it. So biggest goal is not big, decently sized, wholesome community.
All right. Gotta gather up all them good people and keep them, being good. Fair enough. In that case, are there any more immediate plans that you have that you're up to sharing on either side?
Immediate plans?
Yeah, something that's more like, and tomorrow we're gonna stream, or, literally anything.
I mean, like, tomorrow I'm probably gonna finish Amnesia Rebirth.
Spookiness.
That's what you mean?
I mean, literally anything you're planning.
Tomorrow I'm playing D&D. I forgot about that.
Oh, D&D. D&D is always a fun time.
So I might have to finish that tonight. Now I think about it.
I
don't really have anything else big planned. I don't like queuing up big things. This is like this right here is the second big thing in a row I've done.
Fair
first
enough.
big thing was like sponsorship deal that I had to go through and organize, and then this, like, it shouldn't have been stressful, but my brain was like, no, you know,
Danger.
danger,
Yeah,
yeah.
I get it. Honestly, the anxiety when I was, trying to debut this after the pilot episode went well and everything was like, I'm spiked up. I'm like, oh no, panic. Well, in that case, that basically covers my list of questions.
Awesome.
So, unless Cloudy has some questions that remain off the top of his head.
No, that's really. I mean, everything got covered. My brain was like, "Dang, Zara really said everything I was gonna say." Dang.
Listen, I make sure to cover my bases.
My man took the base. Man, dang.
Listen, if I'm covering the bases, you can have the outfield stuff. Just bring something eccentric to ask, right?
Yes.
Like, what is the circumference of your ears?
Yeah, fair. Yeah, there you go. Man.
I don't know, somebody pixel measure.
Pixel measure
What is the
using
size
the
of the
Earth's
Earth,
diameter,
so-
yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
there you go.
if you can lean far enough, you could probably cover the Earth with your ear. Oh, no, wait, you were
Well-
behind it, right? Oh, well. So, similar enough size with Earth, huh?
Yeah.
All right. In that case, thank you for being on, Tal, with us and having a good time.
Thank you for having me.
Do you want to start with the moon or the Earth?
Moon as dessert, Earth first.
Okay. In that case, we take the Earth and we use psychic mouse powers.
It's psychic powers with my mouth.
I just moved it. You gotta take another bite.
Okay,
that bite was not visible. There's the danger. There's more danger. Well, it's good. Oh, okay. Well, we almost have some planet left.
That's Mouse Island.
That's Mouse Island now.
Yep.
All right. To the survivors, welcome to Mouse Island. Let's get that away from Tal's mouth real quick. Whoa. No. You said you spared it.
Yeah.
We can bring the moon, except this time with Cloudy's psychic powers, right?
Oh, that's way more.
There you go. Good snack for Tal.
That was good.
All right. In that case, all that's left is to wrap up. So, water, my throat.
Water.
Remember to hydrate, everybody. Suddenly dying. Okay. So now, wrapping up. I don't have too many final thoughts other than it's been fun. Thank you for being on.
This was super fun.
Oh, we actually have a question for you, seeing as you just got to eat some of the Earth. Was it crunchy or was it juicy?
I mean, it's kind of like one of those orange chocolates, the ones that you gotta like smash a bit before you eat them.
I see.
It tasted like orange for some reason.
Tastes like that explains why it's glowing orange whenever we look in volcanoes. It's orange flavoring.
Or the sky on the west coast. Oh
yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah.
That one.
All right. In that case, thank you once again. And is there anybody online you'd like to direct the raid to after all this is done?
Let's see.
You are in full control of raid target and message if you so desire.
Oh man, a cutie Saru is online.
Oi. Listen, I can't raid myself. I am here, okay?
Why don't we go and raid? Let's see, how many cards do we have? 17.
Yeah, we got a good... me dying again. Hydrate did not work.
Hydrate did not work.
What about Lorem? You know
Lorem? I'm vaguely familiar with them, but I don't know their username off the top of the head, so
Alright,
just pop that in chat for me. I mean, I'm asking you who you want to raid. You could throw just in the chat, too. Like...
Oh, yeah, sure.
Did that last time.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
That one.
This one. Okay.
She's super
Let's
cute.
gear up this raid for
Yeah, that's fine.
Lorem. And any message you want to get delivered over to them with the raid message for
Uh,
anybody participating?
Uh, uh,
Bleh or anything?
yeah. Oh, before you guys go, you guys want to see my most cursed face with this avatar?
Oh,
Oh.
You ready?
I think I'm ready.
It happens when I like
Yeah.
pucker up my lips and bring them to my nose. It just goes. All the mind seems great. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Let's send off the raid. Everybody, make sure to bleh over at Lorem for us. And firing off the raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye button. And end stream.